Alright, check, check, check. So this is DJL7. I'm actually about to enter the forward party chat here. I think it's going to be super short. Because honestly, they say it's a new volunteer. Let's take a look at the email that I'm coming in on, yeah? The link didn't work from the email that they gave me, but I'm going to actually try to, maybe it's just... Discord has a funny way with links, so I'm not going to accuse them right away, but this shit is mad sus. Anyways, right here, we can see over here. Hi, DJ, you're for the inaugural event for the new improved volunteer-led community, the all-white community, grace and tolerance. Yo, nah, it's not about grace and tolerance. It's about, like, are you going to do what Yang says and are you going to not ask certain questions? Grace and tolerance. Yo, will you piss me the fuck off, man? If I'm going to come in, I'm going to mute myself on the, as soon as I get in and see what they have to say. Because, I don't want to get kicked. We'll see.
So then you end up with, what we have, where it just, people feel like, even if they do go vote, even if they feel like, oh, the voting system actually counts a vote and everything, they don't feel like their vote, they're not actually getting to vote for who they want to, because they only have the two options. And they only get to pick one of the two options. They can't even, make a delineation of, I really like this guy, but this guy's also cool, or I really want this girl to get in, or, they can't do that. It's just, you pick one, and you only get to pick from the people who made it from the primaries.
His voice shook a little bit.
It's just broken.
Yeah, that makes a lot of sense to me.
Are there any Asian people here?
What I've heard, a few different political thinkers that I listen to talk lately, kind of referencing our sort of efforts to
these are those white liberals that you hear about,
basically,
right? Yeah. The grace and the tolerance is an excuse
saying
for them to really,
that even if we were able to open it up to multiple parties, there's something about the American system that kind of, in a gravity type way, makes different coalitions collapse into two major parties again. So even if their critique is, like, even if we were able to, through election reform and open primaries, open it up to a broader multi-party system, that the way that our system is actually set up currently would actually incentivize people to collapse again into two major parties. Just with we might not have the same two parties as they are today, but the coalitions which constitute those parties might change, but it would go back down into the two-party system again. What do you say to that critique?
What do you say to that, Christine? What do you know about Yang? Get the fuck out of here.
Go ahead, Nate.
Okay, yeah. So I think there's a lot to be said about this. Obviously, what we're going for is to create more than one party. But I think that it would still be a massive win if we broaden the parties that currently exist today, even if they did remain in two groups. One of the biggest problems is that we have these, kind of as Kyle said in the primaries, this plurality dynamic is happening even there. So the person who has the largest single group of support within the parties is winning that nomination. But if we had an effective alternative voting method, then we would make it more likely that those parties could broaden, that they would pick candidates that are more towards the center and appeal to the population at large. But I also think that there's a good argument for these voting methods, and I think both Kyle and I have other reforms that we would partner with the voting methods we support to bring the change of third-party viability. For me, it's campaign finance reform. I think if we got rid of campaign finance reform and had approval voting, that would lead to us being able to have more parties. I don't think there's anything super unique about the American political system that would be different than a lot of parliamentary systems, for instance, that use proportional representation if we were to switch over to that. And any method that we can get closer to proportional representation would just get us closer to having more parties as well.
Yeah, I totally agree. I would love to see campaign finance reform as well. So on the merging into still two major parties, there's kind of this perception that when people talk about having multiple parties, like say having 5 parties, that it's 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%, 20%.
Wow, they even watching the Yankee
but
tanky,
that's
really?
not proportional because
Yankees in here.
not all of those parties represent 20% of the nation. And a lot of the nation is going to fall into kind of probably two major groups, and that's going to be kind of the more moderate of the left and the right. And those are going to be the largest groups because that's just the largest amount of people. Right now, we have the fringe 10% on either side that are running everything, and our systems, like we've been talking about, it's set up to to be that way. Once we open it up to more parties, it's likely that we'll still see two major parties. I mean, if you look at Australia, Australia has they've had ranked choice voting for 100 years, and they've got two major parties and then a handful of smaller parties. And I think that's just kind of how it's going to work out because of how the nation is proportioned. A lot of people actually agree on a lot of things. So I think we're going to have two kind of major ones, and it might just end up being Democrat and Republican unless something happens with the names or something like that. But then we're going to have the the progressive party, the forward party, the the whatever the far right party would be called. You're going to have those smaller sections of the population that are represented proportionally by those parties, and it's still going to help because even though the two major ones will still have a bulk of it, they won't have all of it. They won't be able to just steamroll everybody, hopefully. And the other parties will actually get a say, and they'll actually have to get the buy-in of the other parties. If we set it up correctly when we do open it up to more parties and proportional representation.
Yeah, I 100% agree with that. And I'll also just add that that view of two major parties sticking around is probably pretty likely. But another thing that is kind of interesting about countries who have better systems is that those two parties may switch which two parties they are. It could be that the Republican Party completely dies out, or the Democratic Party completely dies out, and the forward party becomes one of the major two parties.
The people who's around Yang, right? Yeah? Wait, let me put this on. Let me quiet this down for a second.
Yeah, totally.
I'm going to point out some of the weird shit that's going on. So one of the things you're going to notice is that Siraj Patel, there's some people like Paige Hanover, there's some people like that other dude who's in my video, you know what I mean, who's close, and Yang is there himself, right? So volunteers still hanging around. In fact, let's go and check out that video. I have another meeting coming up in like minutes, but let's go and check that video right there of the Siraj Patel incident, right? Yeah, and see what's going on with that, because this is definitely some super bullshit. Yeah, why are we here? Who's talking about this? What have you done on this? And why don't I get to speak? Patel, Yang. Okay, let's see what's going on. Yup, another. How old are you, Nate? Yo, they're trying to. Okay, the thing is that Andrew Yang's trying to make a new Asian American leader because I keep asking about Asian American stuff. So they're trying to get to damage, but the thing is that Asian American representation is not represented, and they're trying to get me in New York, right? Yeah, this is the dumbest shit ever. They're allowed to do whatever they want to me. It's fucking dumb. But let's take a look at who. Okay, Zach, right? Oh, see, now let's take a look at the reality. Let's see the difference, right? Here's Siraj over here. You saw in the thumbnail that's Zach Grauman, yeah? Zach gets to hang out with Yang, but does not hang out with the volunteers. You can see this repeatedly again and again. Look at these people right here who's actually doing the event right there. Paige got promoted, yeah? And this is this guy right here, right? You'll see him in another video straight up lying. Okay, I'll show that in a moment, right? I'm just gonna cut that in there. This is Paige over here. She got a paid position with the Yang for a New York campaign. I used to think she was cool, but she ready to sell out. She's ready to sell out for her own gain. Who the fuck is this guy? Notice that these people are not in the volunteer meeting, right? Isn't that weird? Isn't that strange? There's something weird going on here, I guarantee you. Let's go and cut to the video of this guy lying, okay? This guy over here. They think they're being intelligent by lying, okay? Not fooling me. You know what I mean? And that's not bravery, you know. That's cowardice, telling lies. Fucking coward. You just tell me, yo, I like Yang, and then we can have a real conversation. They don't want to have an honest conversation. Anyways, you guys should definitely check out this playlist over here, Yang Gang 4 related projects. This is me, okay. His stab's 100%. This is only a video worth watching, and this one over here, okay. Let's see. Oh yeah, this one. I had to go back and watch. I was like, what the fuck? Okay, let me turn this up. Okay, let me mute this guy for a second. Push representation. They are not about representation at all. Oh my god. They watch my videos on it. They're so fucking whack. They're just stealing all my shit. It's the most garbage shit ever. That's what they do too. They steal a lot. It's fucking disgusting. Wait till you hear this shit.
What? It's not what it sounds like. Affordable housing is not what you think it is. Okay. So
when he introduces himself with a lie. What a fucking piece of shit.
I'm sorry, Yunde, you're the man though. You're the man. I got bless. So we got this brother over here. He's actually maybe critical of Yang. I'm critical of Yang too. He thought I was here to protest. Anyways, yeah, so what's up? I want to find out.
What's the policy for whoever you're petitioning?
Okay, well, to tell you the truth, he footprints over here, right? Yeah. Actually, I'm just a warm up, right? So I'm supposed to have like a witness and stuff, but we're just here getting like securing. It's just a chance to talk to people, really. But what he stands for is really. I've been in third party.
I can tell you, this guy really ain't talking to me. Even though I was at this event, he never hit me back, right? Yeah. The whole crew has actually been instructed, right? Melanated Council of Yang. They've all been instructed.
So that was a really good explanation.
And this is fucking.
I'm a big fan of star voting because it actually it's kind of a hybrid between RCV and approval, and it kind of fixes problems from both of them. So with star, you can still rank in order of your preference. So you can give your favorite person 5 stars, second 2 favorite 4 stars. Third favorite 2 stars. You can kind of fine tune your how much you actually approve of the person rather than with rank choice where it's just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or approval where it's just
gonna recite the
full approval for everybody you approve.
They're gonna
so it kind of fixes those different problems, and then there's also less
I'm gonna mute these
what do you call it, exhausted votes.
Shut the fuck up. Okay, anyways, they're all muted from me now. Fuck this guy, fuck this guy, fuck this guy. Yeah, we don't need to hear any of that shit. Okay. Let's get to our other meeting, so I will actually not exit. I will actually tune back and forth. Not that they're saying anything new. I've already tried to address this with the Yang Gang, but they can't do it with the yellow face. They gotta do it with the white face. You know what I mean? Doesn't matter my qualification, doesn't matter how long I've been doing this. All that matters is that you're willing to play the game when the real... Let me show you some of my work too, yeah? This Yang endorsement, besides being a lie over there. Right? Let me show you what the thing is that I asked too many questions. Too many of the wrong questions for these guys, right? Yeah? I mean, just honest questions, such as Grace and... What do they call it? Are they hinting at me that they want me to stop fucking with Grace Meng? Is that their little fucking subliminal right there? Yeah? Grace and tolerance? Yeah? Yo, how you gonna defend, first of all, right? Grace Meng, she's out there like asking, backing Hillary Clinton on wartime bullshit, you know what I mean? And also she's trying to silence the dude who worked alongside with us, Stephen Lee, right? Yeah, a person who's fighting against corruption. But you don't give a fuck about fighting against corruption. It's your time to shine. It's your time to stand next to the famous guy and maybe get paid and shit. It's fucking disgusting, you know what I mean? And then it's okay if I know you see it all around you. I brought it up to you many times. Should I raise my hand? I'm tempted to. I'll put it in the the second I do it, I'm gonna lose my access. But you know what? Fuck it. Will anybody else do it for me? Hell no. No. Okay. A volunteer letter. Let's see how much tolerance they have for open discussion right here and to attend to the issues that happened before. So let's take a look at this right here. Okay, first of all, Let's put this up, him faltering in the support for Medicare for all march.
Gang,
That would
right?
be fucking
That
interesting.
makes sense.
Okay.
Let's do it. Now, me and the Yang Gang, little something going on right now, but honestly, can we get over that? Can we help the people right
Yep,
now?
okay, let's get it
Election
started.
season. They got lots to prove.
Okay.
This is a great opportunity for them and for us. And we can just help.
Leaks.
I heard a week.
This is a good title
Okay,
right here.
you know the guy who did WikiLeaks is in jail, right? Because
Go ahead,
of, you
kick
know,
me now.
they don't like what he revealed,
This is
right?
live streaming, bro. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
We all gonna
That's
see
what
this
I
shit
remember.
right here.
I remember that case vividly.
Live,
Do
live
you think that he should
privatizer.
be freed?
You know we're gonna public housing, that's for sure. Let's have some people ask about what this is all about, okay? Go ahead, let's see what this is all about. And I'll just start with those three residencies.
Oh my goodness, the cops is here in force. Okay, I'm gonna show you guys. Okay, on the camera. We're at 9 Prospect West. Check it out. We're here with Movement for a People's Party. Gang, gang, command forward. Our revolution showed up.
Then you can see, you can really see Yang Gang more prominently in the actual march video.
All right, check it out. It's your boy L7. Right now, we got a bunch of
White
people with
heroes,
us.
or
We're about ready to go to Schumer's house. This is crazy over here. All right, everybody make some noise. You ready? What's up? All right. Hey, Linda, you said you can help
Yeah,
us
this
take us to 9,
Manhattan
right?
shit, yeah, I'll let you.
We got Yang Gang.
We'll see how long I stay in that fucking shit. I'm gonna be booted real soon. Alright, well, let's just end the stream.